The commoners claim it's our prince's doing.
Such judgment is
Serfs
above
and lords will never...
Geralt! It's good to see you.
The commoners claim Stennis is involved in Saskia's poisoning.
Nobody to keep things peaceful.
Scalen Burden and his dwarves are trying to contain the mob, but they're badly outnumbered.
The plebs will yell a lot, beat someone up, and go home. As peasants do.
That would be foolish. They're not serfs anymore. The days of them humbly sowing and reaping...
Looks like things are getting nasty.
Hear me!
What do you want?
I'm Scalen Burden. I keep order in Vergen.
Or doing a nice job then? Where was you when they poisoned Saskia?
Give us the prince! Get the flails!
Stop!
Yorveth!
Squirrels! Everyone who wants to leave this yard in one piece, keep your hands off your weapons. I don't care if you're a serf or a lord. I'll kill you all if need be.
What's going on? The servant carrying wine during the feast said that Prince Stennis and Olgan poisoned Saskia. We want justice! You want revenge. It's not the same thing. We don't care! Saskia's fallen as if dead, while the poisoning prince and noble lords rush to herd us onto the field and sell us to Henselt. We won't let them!
You lie, Colton. Nobody's being sold out. The poisoner must be caught and tried by law.
Your law? What then? He'll pay a fine and get spanked on his ass? We'll spank him all right, with an axe to the throat! Where's this servant?
Safe. The Squirt'll keep an eye on him.
Why is the prince hiding in his house if he's innocent?
Enough! I'll shoot the first to reach for a weapon. Then heads will start falling.
There's more of us. You can't kill every...
Then you'll be first. Now back off! We need to act quickly.
What's your plan?
I'll frighten them a little, bleed them if need be. I'll buy you some time, but be swift. I can't hold them off for long. Question the peasants and the nobles, and talk to the dwarves. Maybe you can get to meet Stennis.
Even if he's guilty, I'm sure he's prepared a suitable story.
You'll know how to sort the sheep from the goats. Also, find the servant who started talking so suddenly. You won't have time to talk to everyone, though, that's for sure.
Good.
Bloody bastard poisoned the Virgin.
Change your tone when we put a
Saskia's on the beard
throat.
with Henselt at the gates.
Save your threats
Rafe
for
full
your
of mist of
customary
scholars and nobles are at each other's throats.
This is nonsense. What would the prince gain with the Virgin's death?
What do you want?
We of noble birth always had to protect the plebs from their own...
I don't have time to listen to... Know anything about the attempt?
No, I don't. But whatever the truth, the mob cannot lynch one...
So truth means nothing to you?
I didn't say I don't care about truth. Just keep in mind...
An order that...
If the prince turns out to be involved in this attempted murder, he should face a tribunal.
Or they do understand them and simply don't...
Saskia is a wise woman, but there's one thing she doesn't take into consideration. This war will... Who will sow the crops and milk the cows then? Saskia called the serfs to arms. Do you think they'll want to plough feet?
You may be right, but it's certainly not my business who'll plough your...
Give us this hornblower!
Rolling dung, you surly
As I
dog!
see it, every princeling likes
Change your tone when
Guilt
we put
must
a
be
sickle
proven.
to your
Otherwise,
throat.
it's vigilante
Save your
justice.
threats for your hog-smelling woman.
It's good to see someone's taking care of it. Who will the Witcher side with?
He's on very good terms with that damned elf.
Maybe he has good intentions, after all. He defended the prince.
The prince has it coming, methinks.
Good. Bloody bastard.
Geralt! It's good to see you.
The commoner.
What's
The knights.
Not easy to raise a hand against
a peasant, but
Count.
He looks like...
What?
what?
This
You,
what?
We need to act.
what's your plan?
Humans only care how their asses rise as a station.
Give us this whole
Witcher,
power.
come over here.
Rolling down, you silly dog.
Say, Witcher, come over here.
Can't mix water with fire.
This is nonsense.
Saskia
What would the
could.
prince gain
And
with
you
the
see what they
virgin's
did to
death?
her?
I could tell you what he lost with her life. Power. As I see it, every princeling likes to scheme.
Guilt must be proven. Otherwise, it's vigilante justice.
Who will the Witcher... Say, Witcher, come over
Give
here.
us this whole power. Why is he lingering about? Like this.
Those Witchers be craving gold. This one's sure to say the prince is innocent, then stings...
He better search for a lad who served the Virgin instead of piss.
Yeah, once done with the prince, he'd better take care of the magnets, throwing their weight about too much.
The prince stood right next to Saskia during the council.
How should I know?
Why flap your mouth?
The prince is a wealthy lord, bribing a skivvy to...
Just because someone can afford gold teeth doesn't mean they'll pull their health. What's it really all about?
We want.
We don't need no one back in it.
How would you punish the prince?
If a lad counts hens wrong.
Kill him.
A land without...
We have a ruler, the Virgin.
It's not certain shit.
Then we'll choose another who'll manage, but he must be one of us lads. That way he'll...
And all people is gonna be...
And the non-humans?
We have enough down on the fields. Let non-humans find...
Away with him!
You know Saskia?
Willie of the Oblates. He handled the wine, indeed, but loves the Virgin like a sister and mother.
He'd gladly get quartered for her.
Where's this Willie of...
Hiding in his shack, afraid of them lords. Squirrels.
Farewell.
Give us this whole power.
Rolling down, you surly dog.
Say, Witcher, come over here.
We put a sickle to your throat. Save your threats for your hog-smelling woman.
Say, Witcher, come over here.
Saskia's
Can we have a word? No thanks. The tableware in the council chamber is...
It is. Made it back in Mayor Farragut's time. Since then, each and every goblet has hit the floor dozens of times, and what happened? Nothing. Because they're steel. My goblets are indestructible, impervious to both the fury of sovereigns and servants who are all thumbs.
Saskia's chalice was new.
Aye, it was. Back in Mayor Farragut's day, a venture Saskia was no more than an itch in her da's breeches.
Was the order for a normal...
Not a chance. It was supposed to be a gift. I ornamented it richly, even on the inside. Not terribly practical, that, as it's hard to get clean. Some scum is bound to remain. but I wanted it looking downright...
The other chalices were not ornamented on...
Course not.
Who ordered the goblet from you?
That goblet was a gift. A way for the folk of Vergen to pay tribute to Saskia. I got the honor of casting it. The lass liked it so much, she's not used any other vessels.
Any chance there could have been two?
Why, there's no craftsman that comes close to me and...
Could someone have tried to copy your...
Ha! I know of one who's been trying for years, but he's a fumbler, a
See you at the end.
This
It's
is
good to
nonsense.
see someone's
What
taking
would the
care
prince
of it.
gain with the virgin's death?
I could tell you what he
Not
wants
for that
with the
damn
life.
Jorvith, the serfs would probably be... As I see it, every princeling likes to scheme.
Guilt must be proven.
You're stupid. She just fell unconscious.
Anyone order an exquisitely adorned...
I get the occasional commission for tableware, sure.
Saskia's goblet.
That ugly bucket! Did you intend to offend me? Whoever made that thing should...
If she gets a chance to...
What's... The peasants want to take pitch... Where are you headed?
You wanted to...
There's proof that the Wild Hunt is a vast accumulation of the power. Something that would interest mages, you'd think.
To the mere mortal, anything that is not immediately comprehensible is suspect, the product of a conspiracy. And where there's a conspiracy, well, it's obvious mages must have hatched it.
I'm a mortal, though probably not a mere one. I found the notes of a man who spent his entire life...
Paranormal phenomena interests Cynthia, my intern. Take this up with her.
Your friend Sheila is conniving with Henselt.
I know this, Witcher, but it's no cause for concern. Sheila is there to ensure Henselt doesn't fall prey to the same people who killed Foltest. We don't want him as sovereign of the Pontar Valley, but we also don't need Kedwin to descend into civil war.
I found one of the ingredients for...
Show me. Interesting. Getting warmer, but still not there. It's as if I'd sent you to get me the sun and you'd brought me a candle. We need something... This is a dwarf's dream. Stolen and magically encased in this crystal. It would do if it was stronger.
You know what this means? In addition to normal harpies, there are Solano in the area.
Solano?
Dream snatchers. The only harpy species to develop something resembling intelligence. They magically bind dreams to mountain crystals. I heard they once inhabited this area. Solano live among regular harpies, but their lair should be full of stolen dreams. One of those would be powerful enough, I'm sure.
You'd have to enter the harpy lair through the quarry. Unfortunately, the gate to the caves is locked, but we must not relent. Saskia...
Yeah.
Settle burdens.
In that case, I need to see the alderman. Got a feeling he just might... I'm trying to learn something...
Very interesting phenomenon. Like all mysterious...
Willing to share what you know?
Well, I would be. Provided you found the notes of Morton Collis first. He devoted almost...
I found Morton Collis...
So?
Well, there are a few documented facts, but Collis notes the existence of plenty of myths.
Very true.
First and foremost, Collis studied the hunt.
Oh, it's well known that the Wild Hunt moves north to south, never in the opposite direction.
That's what I remember, and Collis's research confirms it. I'm just having trouble
The retinue's trajectory brings it into our world at the North Pole. Thus, once here, the wraiths can only move south.
Collis claims the hunt's appearance can be predicted by observing the Orcan Nebula.
And eclipses affect how often it appears. In any case, it arrives on the winter solstice, though not necessarily every year.
Collis calculated that the hunt slips into our world in those years when the nebula is in the eastern sky. When I pursued the hunt, I passed through many abandoned villages.
Well, the Wild Hunt abducts young people.
What for?
The wraiths might need workers, warriors, or meat.
Collis seems to favor the slave theory. What's the sorceress's
The topic makes them uneasy. Since the Council and Conclave banned the use of mind spells, the Wild Hunt has been a taboo topic.
There's some link between mental spells and the cavalcade?
Both addle the brain. Anyone who has come in contact with the Wild Hunt has experienced mental instability. You see, the wraiths emit a magnetic field that severely distorts perception and impedes brain functions.
People say the hunt's appearance is an omen of war.
In our times, wars are so frequent, we might even consider flights of honking geese as their harbinger. The hunt traverses our world in winter. Wars usually break out in spring, but only because rulers wish their soldiers to die in battle rather than of cold.
Let's summarize.
Based on his observations and calculations of the Wild Hunt's movements, Collis arrived at two equally important conclusions. The first was that the hunt is made up of knights who perished in various worlds and have reconvened as a retinue of vengeance. His second hypothesis states that an unknown, extremely powerful force multiplies wraiths, whose task is to travel between worlds in search of slaves. Both theories seem probable.
Each time someone runs into the hunt, the Wraith's magnetic field causes their mind to descend into chaos. By inference, another meeting with the hunt and its field should reverse the effects of the first.
Perhaps. Someone who lost their memory or their mind on their first meeting with the hunt could recover either on the second meeting. But I'm afraid that's unproved. Anyone who has managed to escape the Wraiths would rather die than meet them again.
So, you can lose or recover your memory by meeting the Wild Hunt.
Do you know something I don't?
I have amnesia, but my memory's been coming back since a certain event.
Since when?
Since I killed a Spectre, the king of the Wild Hunt. I need to get inside the Harpy lair.
No chance.
I know all about the Harpies. They steal dreams, collect them. I found one, but it proved too weak for our purposes. I need a stronger one. So I'm asking you nicely, open the damn gate.
Listen, Witcher. I want Saskia to recover, I do. But don't ask me to turn this town. My grandfather locked that gate for a good reason. Imagine if we could all go in there to look at those dreams. Dwarves, peasants, their scoia'tael, Adernian know. What's more, legend has it the oldest stolen dreams can become reality. And I don't want nightmares. Stop.
Open it.
Stop pissing me off. You're acting like a
You know, don't know if I should mention this, but the dream I found belongs to you.
What are you talking about?
It's an embarrassing affliction, I imagine. Hell, even something of a political liability in your case. Some might even call you a freak. You're the alderman. An ages-old tradition is vested in you.
You wouldn't dare.
Imagine your ancestors carved in stone. Condemnation, not pride on their bearded faces. Who knows? Maybe you'd keep your office, but you'd be...
I'll open the gate. I promised Scalen's mother I'd be sober as a judge to the end of my days, and I aim to keep my word. I don't give a damn about ages-old traditions. You must bury this thing. The secret dies with you.
I do. And good luck staying...
Crouching on legs bent.
I wouldn't mind it.
Aboard scoia'tael waiting in ambush? Look, another one. You let one.
How can I? Don't try anything.
I got a serious career proposal yesterday.
From one of your vessels, eh?
The head of a king. Take it to Sheila. You know where. She'll give you coin and further orders.
Heavy. How am I supposed to carry it through the forest? I won't be able to draw my sword.
You'll go unarmed, in common clothes. Try to sneak through unnoticed, but if anyone asks, you'll bring in the witch some sausages.
You can see it a mile away, and it stinks of vinegar. I'll have to find a thick sack.
Go on. Quit complaining. There's no time.
Esed mahon, tal estein pedon, eloranet eleolian, feredein mahon, hal daumas.
By the gods, they're closer and closer. They'll not catch me. To the witch. They'll not find it there, over my dead body, horses. You'll never fathom Master Baltimore's secrets. It's not far now.
You're as beautiful as an elf, my lady.
Come to me, my hero. Let's fuck in the barn.
Ah, the luck. To think I wanted to play dice with the others.
Call them too. It'll be lovely.
Look, another one. You let one human in and in no time...
How can I help? So, you thought it over? I'm on my way to the recruiting station. Evil eye. What's this? Clad in hues of green.
Were you looking to get rid of the harp?
Aye.
I've destroyed their nests. They won't be returned.
That's what I want to hear.
Job done. I'm here for my pay.
You killed the Harpy Queen. In that case, you've earned your coin.
Welcome, Witcher.
I'm looking for a dwarf by the name of
Master Baltimore vanished some time ago.
Who was Master Baltimore?
He was our runesmith, the greatest specialist the world has ever seen. A lot of water has flowed down the Pontar since he disappeared. Yet me and my apprentices still can't recreate all the runes he could inscribe.
Who lives here now?
Yours truly. As Baltimore's best apprentice, I became the new runesmith. Got this house, along with the honor of continuing the great master's work.
Can you tell me something about that moldy door?
That's the entrance to Baltimore's old workshop.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Not at all. Only you won't find anything but scrap metal and cobwebs. I heard the rumble, Witcher.
Yeah, just...
Find anything?
Not a thing.
Poor Baltimore lost his mind before his death and must have destroyed all...
Why are you so sure he's dead? You didn't find him.
Well, if he departed, he's as good as dead to us. Tell me, why are you...
Curiosity, nothing more.
Curiosity can be dangerous. It's led many a man astray.
Are you threatening me?
On the contrary, it's more of a warning. See ya.
I had a dream. We were mining up at the face of the drive, like in the old days.
I'll say it again. Humans are strange.
Medallion's telling me something.
I knew you were hiding something from me, Witcher.
I wasn't the only one to hide something. Baltimore's notes state that the Master will return from the grave to meet with you.
Nobody returned from where we sent him.
You just admitted to murder.
Aye, but what of it? No one beside you knows, and you'll not leave here alive. Get him, lads!
What's going on?
I'll say it again. Humans are strange. Let's hear it. See, when they're to marry, they become terribly picky.
Hello, Witcher.
So, noted over. I'm on my way to the recruiting station.
Adam.
By the pricks of the male gods! Master Baltimore's notes! Where did you get them?
I discovered his vault near the troll's lair. By the way, Thorak, your new runemaster, is dead. He and his 2 apprentices have left for a better world.
What? How did it happen?
Thorak murdered Baltimore. There's enough evidence in the notes I just gave you.
Thanks, Witcher. A reward for your labours. It's not much, but I'll be needing funds to appoint and equip a new runemaster now.
You wanted to do...
I found a stolen dream. It seems...
Excellent. That should do nicely. Come back. You wanted to...
I've got Triss's...
Have you learned?
Triss was here.
Why?
Two of... When it... Sheila ordered...
I can't
believe it. I ran in...
She must have meant the other Kingslayers.
Are you...
A misunderstanding.
Maybe.
I need...
Let's...
What's...
What? Dogs growl at cat.
Forget and...
I...
I had a dream. We were mining up at the face of the drive, like in the old days.
Hello, Witcher.
They say someone cast a spell.
Oh, a witcher.
Sorcerers are a plague of the worst kind.
The commoners claim it's our prince's doing.
Serfs and lords will never...
Geralt! It's good to see you.
The common...
Nobody...
Scale...
Looks like they...
Hear me! What?
What?
This...
You... Where's the...
We need to act quick.
What's your...
You...
Good. Bloody bastard poisoned the Virgin. Why is
over here?
on the pier with Henselt at the gates. Wraiths fill
The
the mist
print-
and commoners and nobles are at each other's throats.
What's it...
We... If... Kill...
we...
You know some...
Will...
Where's this Will?
Hiding in his...
Farewell.
Give us this whoreflower!
What would the prince gain with the Virgin's death?
you surly
What he lost with her life.
Change your tone when we put a...
Say,
As I see it, princeling likes to
Save your threats for
Guilt
your
must be proven.
hog-smelling woman.
Otherwise, it's vigilante justice.
Witcher, come over here.
grant you that.
What do you want?
We've...
I... Know anything? And if... Or... Who... You may be...
Give us this whoreflower!
Rolling dung, you surly dog!
Things look bad.
The nobleman...
They're a cup.
They know.
It's a...
Yep.
Has Yarpin got any evidence?
No, Yarpin's an old cook and says he's got a feeling plowing through.
He might be right with those feelings. After all, not just anyone can pass through the Wraith's mist.
So it never crossed your mind that Henselt might have sent someone here before those
Why would Shell...
He'd sooner reach an agreement with Stennis than Saskia. Her death would be very...
Zoltan?
I'm wondering how anyone could manage to poison the wine. Saskia's a quick-witted lass. She doesn't let just anyone need...
Anyone reach?
Not even close. The nobles guard him like a matron does her ward.
If the rabble slaughters the prince, there'll be no stopping them. They'll start doing things their own now.
That's why the nobles will support the prince, even if they believe he's...
I'm sure Stennis' hands are dirtier than a peasant girl's
You will change your tone when we put a sickle to your throat. Save your threats for your whole...
Can we have a word?
Why not? I'm Og...
No thank.
It is. My goblet...
Saskia's...
Aye, it was.
Was the order...
Not a chance.
The other...
Of course.
Who ordered...
That goblet, the last...
Any chance?
Why the...
Could someone have...
Ha!
See you at the...
The prince has it coming, methinks.
Good. Bloody bastard poisoned the Virgin.
Greetings.
Anything change?
Not really.
Saskia's on the
Such
pier.
judgment is above their station.
Wraiths
I
full of
believe
mystic
it's
commoners
Henselt's
and nobles.
provocation on his thoughts. He wants to drive a wedge between
This is
us.
nonsense. What would the prince gain with the Virgin's death?
If not for
I
that
could tell you
damned
what he
jaw
lost
of it,
with
the
her
serfs
life.
would probably be hanging the prince by
As I see it, every princely notice.
Guilt must be proven, otherwise it's vigilante justice.
Grant you that.
You're stupid. She just fell unconscious.
So, you thought it over? I'm on the way to the recruiting.
I've been looking for you.
I don't know you.
You caused quite a... Afraid of something?
No, nothing.
You're lying.
I didn't do nothing. Didn't say nothing. Don't know nothing.
Tell me everything you know about the attempt on Saskia's life.
I heard the priest talking with the prince. This goody-goody said the Virgin is really a beast under her fair skin.
What priest?
Olcan, the one killed.
So there's no way I can check if you're lying.
I swear on my mother's grave I speak the truth.
What else did you hear? Tell me.
I was putting Saskia's room in order when the priest came to the prince's chamber next door. They wasn't speaking loud, but I heard the priest say, "Just clear the servants from the kitchen." Nothing more. Reverend Olcan, only he could tell you how it was, beginning to end.
The dead aren't very talkative.
What about what they leave behind? There may be clues or some such.
Maybe.
Get used to it, me anyway. Lady Saskia will defeat Henselt and make Bergen her capital.
She would grant us market rights.
You shit for brains, all of you. You'll sooner meet the axe than see
What should
market
I
rights. People, get a hold of yourselves. Just pray we survive this war.
He'll face me anyway. Eyes like embers. He'd raise his hand and...
They say someone cast a spell. And the virgin fell or something.
What's this? Clad in hues of green.
Shut your trap if you don't know what's going on!
Who will the Witcher sign? It's good to see someone's taking care.
Enough of this charade! We've talked enough!
Vergan, does it matter who was born in a castle and who in a pigsty? Any fool can preach.
Enough of this charade!
Try to be reasonable!
They lie in wait for their lord and prince. I certainly hope Scalen can clean up this mess.
I need to know where Reverend Olka...
It's about... See you, Governor.
So, you thought it over? I'm on my way to the recruiting station.
Strange aura. Nothing interesting.
Hey!
The waves are getting wet too. So it's really haunted. It is! They should make it a mandatory pilgrimage.
You're stupid. She just fell unconscious.
Who will the Witcher side
He's on very good terms with that damned elf.
Enough of this charade!
Try to be reasonable, folks. Sit down and talk in peace.
We've talked enough! Come on, lads, let's drag the prince from his hovel!
Vergen's not a cesspit for anyone to shit in. There are laws to abide, and Scalen Burden's job is to uphold them.
There's no law allowing a serf to threaten a king's scion. I, Silgrat, brother of Seltkirk, the greatest knight to walk Edirnian land, say so.
Does it matter who was born in a castle and who in a pigsty? Any fool can prejudge and condemn. It's easier to accuse than to prove guilt.
A peasant servant claims that Prince Stennis supposedly attempted to kill Saskia. Why would the prince do such a dastardly deed? Bear in mind how eminent is his lineage.
That's why! The mongrel covets the crown!
Do you even remember how valorous he was towards Saskia during the negotiations with Henselt?
Pretending to be with her he was, sly fox. Taking the simple peasants in. But us lads ain't so dumb as you lords think.
See for yourselves how the commoners hate the prince, spitting venom like adders. They hatched a plot to dispose of him.
Saskia's servant said that...
Where is this servant, might I ask? If he's got something to say, why does he hide like a thief? The answer is simple. He's a fraud.
He's hiding to save his skin from you, whoresons. Squirrels have to guard him.
One last question. How could the prince poison Saskia? It's a known fact that servants taste wine from the barrels before the virgin sips it.
No need to poison the wine. Smearing the poison inside the chalice would be enough.
I never heard of anyone poisoning a chalice.
You haven't heard much then. One of the Emperor's forebears died after sampling some lamb. He was always scared of poison and ate supper with his cook. The murderer spread poison on one side of a knife. Then he cut the meat so that only a small piece was poisoned.
The witch is right. Give us Stennis.
Saskia's got her own chalice.
It was commissioned from one of the dwarves. The order came with a very detailed drawing.
Even so, how did it come into Saskia's hand?
It's not clear how the prince poisoned the wine, but that doesn't...
Stennis is blowing hot and cold.
You were supposed to prove his guilt, not insult him, yokel.
Tell us who else would do it. A peasant wanted to hurt the miss? Never. It's cause of her you noble dogs can't ignore us. A pig won't cut its own throat. A peasant's not foolish enough to raise his hand against his savior.
Perhaps it is no peasant's deed. However, that doesn't mean the prince is guilty, fool.
Answer me this. Was not Stennis's room next to Saskia's? Do not the wines come from his own lice-ridden cellar? Can he not enter the Virgin's kitchen at will? Yes. His serene dumbhead the prince can, curses on his kin. Nobody in Vergan wants to kill Saskia. And even if they wanted, nobody but Stennis could do it.
You're wrong, Colton. Reverend Olkin wanted to get rid of Saskia. He thought she was a monster at heart.
Olkin was on Stennis's leash like a dog.
How dare you, lout! Do you imagine if someone sits next to a married lady, he's surely fucking her?
The priest tried to convince Prince Stennis to join the conspiracy.
Is Stennis some dimwit foundling that he dances to a lousy priest's tune? Olcan got what he deserved when Hensel cleaved his head. Now it's Stennis's time.
There is no proof the prince agreed.
The priest asked him for admittance to the kitchen.
So he didn't poison the Virgin himself, but allowed her to be poisoned.
Those are just words. Too much guesswork and not enough evidence. You can't convict anyone based on that.
Your Highness, this is dangerous.
I am not afraid. Fear is a commoner's trait, unfit for one with royal blood running in his veins. What do you want, to judge me? Is a prince a common thief who steals a dozen eggs at the market? You stand before royal majesty, and you raise your hands against it. In this world there are crimes that can be forgiven, and crimes that, by any means, cannot. Just as a mother killing her own child, or a man slitting his own brother's throat cannot be forgiven. A crime against one anointed by the gods themselves also cannot be condoned. He who raises hand against... And what about he who poisons the... Firstly, Saskia is alive, so no one can blame me for her death. Secondly, and thirdly, I assure all gathered here, I won't rise above the law. Can he? And if Saskia won't... I believe she can be cured. But if the gods decide otherwise, we'll summon a coven of the wise who can pass just sentence.
Those are words worthy of a true sovereign!
I am the one you should look to for guidance. Let my deeds be the flame that lights up your darkness.
The prince has a right to a fair trial, no matter if he's guilty or not. We can't deny him that. What will the peasants do if we hand them the prince? Will they hear him out? No. They'll hang him from the nearest tree or tear him limb from limb. What will happen if we allow a lynching? What if people see that might makes right? Who'll guarantee they won't desire to avenge their wrongs, real and imagined? Who'll protect people whose only fault is noble birth from the exasperated mob? And where will it lead?
The peasants are furious.
They didn't dare mount a frontal attack.
But they haven't forgotten about Stennis, and won't. It'll be that way until Saskia regains consciousness.
She won't keep order by strength alone.
Unless it's a great strength.
We need an authority figure, and royal blood.
5 courts go to waste in the Dwarven dungeon at the moment.
There's also Henselt.
Going into that haunted mist is madness. Stealing Stennis away would be easier.
No. Anything involving Stennis will cause a riot.
I've had enough of the peasants and nobles barking. Saskia's the best leader I know, but she can't hope to defeat Henselt's army with this rabble, which is why I'm going to get reinforcements.
Where?
4 Scoia'tael units await in hiding to the east. Time to summon them.
You'll make it in time?
I must.
I tried locating Triss, but the mist disrupts the megascope. There's a weak signal nearby, probably on the other side.
In the Kedweni camp?
You'll have to pass through the mist.
The mist is full of wraiths.
I'll help you. I'm continuously scanning the battlefield. I'll show you the way through. I'll find you when you enter the mist.
Farewell, then.
We still need royal blood.
I know. Henselt.
We need his blood, not his death.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm not a Kingslayer?
Look, another one.
How?
You let
How can I help? How can I? How can I? Peasants now refuse to shovel manure.
One freak.
How can I?
No pig.
How can I?
Don't try anything.